We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Muscles by at the 25. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Well, as I say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Gibson toss right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Now Howell. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Set. 43 rail.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, Love. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally stop him, but not before he's inside the 15. A terrific return.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Tackled on the play by Tariq Castro-Fields.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
He gets away from one, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs,
his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of
scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, oh, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. It might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Here we go. Here we go. Smith, ready. Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Off the play fake, Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Counter play with Jacobs. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ready up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
10 cycles.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Hal throwing on first down here. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
On the double.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Down.
2nd and 6.
Red cycle.
In motion, the tight end.
Edo blue.
Love now on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Blaster, 6, 22 Edo.
Here's Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2nd and 10, Howell. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Slide for the PAT. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mega. Blue striker. Ready?
Love now. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Las Vegas.
Come on, set. Ultra. Go ultra. Cut.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Ready?
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
This is 2nd and 8. Howell.
Flushed out right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
It's Howell with another throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Raiders 21, Commanders 20.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And fights through one man. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Love looking to throw it. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 46.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. Fancy footwork at the 45. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
quickly out wide. Atwell. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Gets by him at the 25. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Raiders 28. Commanders 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. First down, Howell to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Howell out of the shotgun. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And Howell will throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's
free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Commanders have come back to make it a 2-point game. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Dotson in motion right. Howell throwing for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Montez Sweat with the tackle.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Let's go now. Strike. Strike. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They'll go play action. Howell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Check. Pitch.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Fight. 97.
Here's Jacobs.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Commanders 26.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Quick slant, Dotson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 28 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jacobs going to try the middle. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. Pass taken in by Mayer. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They go with Jacobs. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. so that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Powell to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Howell. Gets this to Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Down.
Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, it's Johnson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Raiders, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, this loss cost them in the playoff chase.
Ready?